When you hear the name Adeleke, you probably picture packed stadiums, platinum records, or a governor's motorcade. Behind the chart-topping hits and political campaigns sits a highly insulated, deeply private corporate machine. This is a $1.4 billion enterprise that quietly generates roughly 15% of Nigeria's electricity. In a country where economic volatility routinely wipes out fortunes overnight, this specific family has managed to multiply their money for more than a century. How does a family from the small town of Ede build and protect a multi-billion-dollar empire through 4 wildly different eras of Nigerian history? They didn't strike it rich overnight. They engineered their wealth through calculated, generational adaptation. Their economic base starts in the 19th century. Their original wealth came from local agriculture and regional trade, rather than state contracts. This photograph anchors us in the reality of the early commodity markets. The family's matriarch, Yalode Anke, built their aristocratic standing by controlling regional trade routes for dyed cloth, palm oil, and kola nuts. As colonial and post-independence Nigeria rapidly industrialized, the second generation understood that localized commodity trading was no longer enough to maintain their status in a rapidly modernizing nation. Chief Raji Ayula Adeleke utilized his prestige and Western education from Ibadan Grammar School to transition the family into the professional class. He realized that in the new economy, representing the labor force was as powerful as owning the goods they moved, and he rose to lead the United Labor Congress. He leveraged that massive labor network, combined with a strategic cross-ethnic marriage, to secure a national Senate seat in 1979. By trading regional commodity dominance for national political influence, the family created a protective shield that would secure their next industrial expansion. While his brothers focused on public office, Dr. Adeleke weaponized that political network to break into heavy industry. In 1983, he founded Pacific Drilling, securing highly lucrative contracts for sinking water boreholes and building industrial water treatment facilities. This chart illustrates what happened next. Pacific Drilling expanded horizontally into logistics, manufacturing, and agriculture under Pacific Holdings Limited. Then he added a central asset, high finance. He established Pacific Merchant Bank, placing a massive cash engine right at the heart of the conglomerate. When the central bank mandated a massive consolidation of the financial sector between 2004 and 2005, he successfully merged his bank with 8 others to form Unity Bank plc. Adeleke transformed the family from influential politicians into institutional corporate titans holding direct access to deep pools of liquid capital. In the 2010s, the Nigerian federal government began deregulating and privatizing its state-owned power grid. Adeleke was positioned perfectly. He had the liquid capital from his banking ventures, and he had the political access inherited from his father and brothers. He launched Pacific Energy and acquired major state assets, including the massive Omotosho and Oloronsigo thermal power plants. Pacific Energy holds a combined capacity of 640.8 megawatts, commanding a 15% share of the national grid's output. Translating that capacity into a financial valuation shows a massive spike, pushing their enterprise value to an estimated $1.4 billion. Acquiring a foundational piece of the nation's energy grid provided a massive hedge against the volatility that often destroys emerging market fortunes. The modern Adeleke family functions as a highly coordinated, self-reinforcing corporate machine. Adeleke manages the heavy infrastructure, quietly generating the raw cash that fuels the empire. His brother, Ademola, sits as the governor of Osun State, wielding the political authority necessary to maintain a favorable regulatory environment. And the 4th generation, names like Davido, Sharon, and Adewale, manage logistics while generating massive cultural soft power, keeping the family globally relevant. Each generation builds upon the last, converting social prestige into the political capital that eventually secures their industrial assets. The Adeleke's longevity stems from their ability to repeatedly pivot their capital to match the specific demands of 4 distinct eras of Nigerian history.